First practice in Spain, and there was a familiar name at the top of the timing tables. Max Verstappen with a lap of 1 minute 14.606. That time was over 5 seconds quicker than the best lap of last year's FP1. But there's a very good reason for that. There's been a major change to the Barcelona-Catalunya track layout. Gone is the chicane, making turns 13 and 14 much faster, and that will add to the stresses the drivers experience here. With so many fast corners with high G-forces, there's sure to be a few stiff necks this evening. Sergio Perez found it bumpy coming through the last bend.
I'm starting to bounce as I go into the final corner.
Teammate Verstappen also felt some buffeting, and McLaren's Lando Norris wasn't too comfortable either.
Missing a bottom into the last corner, upsetting the car quite a bit. Understood.
Esteban Ocon was another to rumble over the curbs at turn 14, the Frenchman losing a bit of carbon fibre as his Alpine bottomed out. And George Russell sent sparks flying as he negotiated the new layout. The Alpine drivers had a good session, Ocon P3 and Pierre Gasly P5, although the latter had a coming together at turn 10 with the Williams of Logan Sargent.
Me and Gasly touched.
It's Pride Month, and several teams displayed their solidarity with adapted liveries. Alpine with a long rainbow stripe on their nose, and the Mercedes team's logo sparkling with iridescence. Fernando Alonso, a two-time winner of the Spanish Grand Prix, finished P6, but Aston Martin teammate Lance Stroll struggled to P15, the Canadian with a snap at turn 10. Several teams have brought a slew of upgrades to Barcelona, including Red Bull, Aston Martin, Mercedes and Ferrari. So there were aero rakes and plenty of Flovis on display. Only one of the Ferrari drivers ran the advanced package in FP1. Carlos Sainz, the guinea pig, Charles Leclerc with the baseline control spec from which they'll hope to measure the efficacy of the new parts. The Spaniard, keen to give the local fans something to cheer about this weekend, dipped a tyre in the gravel at 13. Talking of rubber, teams have been given 2 extra sets of hard tyres with a prototype compound to test. Pirelli keen to get some data ahead of their proposed introduction at the British Grand Prix in July. So the 2 Red Bulls leading the line, Verstappen from Perez. Then came Ocon, followed by Nick de Vries, the Dutchman clearly keen to quieten his detractors. Gasly and Alonso next, with Kevin Magnussen P7 ahead of Leclerc, Sainz and Russell. Norris P11, then came 6-time Spanish Grand Prix winner Lewis Hamilton, followed by Zhou Guanyu, Yuki Tsunoda, Stroll, Valtteri Bottas, Oscar Piastri, Nico Hülkenberg and the Williams pairing of Sargent and Alex Albon.